Basketball fans, welcome back. So, Darius Garland and Jarrett Allen are no longer considered untouchable by the Cleveland Cavaliers. And this is upsetting because this was the most successful season we've seen the Cleveland Cavaliers had in the post LeBron James era where they grabbed 64 wins. So, Darius Garland and Jarrett Allen could be on the move as the Cleveland Cavaliers rethink its core after a playoff letdown. They got beat in the second round and things have not looked good for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So the Cleveland Cavaliers are entering a pivotal offseason with serious questions surrounding two of their key players. According to Cavs insider Chris Fedor, Darius Garland and Jared Allen are no longer considered untouchable, a clear signal that Cleveland may be ready to shake up things after a disappointing postseason exit. So things were not looking good for the Cavs, especially in the postseason. In the regular season, they had a very good run, and you could even see the way things ended in the second round. I mean, after sweeping the Miami Heat and losing in embarrassing fashion to the Pacers, that is not something that the Cleveland Cavaliers front office took lightly. So this is a stark departure from the franchise's previous stance. Garland and Allen were once viewed as integral building blocks, but after another early playoff flameout, the Cleveland Cavaliers are acknowledging that what's become obvious, though the current core is itself has just hit its ceiling, and this is a very very tough admission because this core was able to get the Cleveland Cavaliers to be relevant in a situation where they're in the East, they're winning games, and they are putting themselves in a position where they can be able to even get to the East Finals and challenge for the title. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. So the Cleveland Cavaliers regular season told a different story, where they finished with 64 wins, the best mark in franchise history behind only the 2016 championship team, which LeBron James was there. So, however, the biggest issue was the injury bug as it crept in. So injuries and underwhelming performances doomed their playoff run from the get-go. And Garland missed the first two games of the second round series against the Indiana Pacers and looked out of rhythm upon return. And he averaged only 14 points on abysmal shooting splits and struggled to generate any offense to gain momentum, to help the team get any momentum and get anything going. So that was a very, very sad thing to see. And Jared Allen, meanwhile, was healthy but ineffective. So across Game 4 and Game 5, he totaled just 11 points, 6 rebounds, and staggering numbers for a player who's supposed to be an anchor in the paint, somebody who's supposed to be a force in the front court. So the Indiana Pacers outplayed the Cleveland Cavaliers in every facet, handling Cleveland a very, very humiliating 44-point deficit and at one point in Game 4 and ultimately eliminating them in 5 games. I mean, the way the Cleveland Cavaliers were brutally beat down and given a gentleman's sweep, you would have thought that this was a bottom tier or a mid tier first round team, a first round exit team. But considering the fact that they won 64 wins, this loss held so much weight to the point where even the Cleveland Cavaliers are rethinking even doing a roster shakeup. So the playoff letdown has prompted the Cleveland Cavaliers front office to reconsider its trajectory, and the Cavs are severely limited in flexibility due to the salary cap constraints. So with the financial commitments to the roster, I mean, having a shakeup will by far change the whole landscape of the team, and this team will not be the same because the the main thing that you can even look at, even that second round exit, is like, can the Cleveland Cavaliers be able to run it back? But looking at the information that they're getting from inside sources, there's a high likelihood that in the offseason they might be active. So they are currently operating above the second apron, which restricts their ability to sign free agents, aggregate salaries in trades, and even use their full mid-level exceptions. So in short, the only way to retool their roster in this part, to get significant pieces, might be either moving either Garland, Jarrett Allen, or both. So that is one of the most sad things to see, because Garland's playoff inconsistency is a growing concern. While Darius Garland has shown flashes of brilliance in the regular season, his postseason track record leaves so much to be desired. So his career playoff numbers pale in comparison to his regular season stats, particularly in scoring efficiency and decision making under pressure. So, despite his playmaking upside and youth, the Cavs may view him as a movable asset in pursuit for a better fitting backcourt partner for Donovan Mitchell. So, this is a very, very sad situation because moving Darius Garland will even set the Cleveland Cavaliers back for years because getting or even drafting a player like that will be next to impossible in the near future because they're not going to get any assets that can allow them to get such a guard. So that's a very, very tough decision. So Jarrett Allen's durability and limitations have also drawn scrutiny. He's missed most of the 2024 postseason due to a rib injury and was largely a non-factor this year against the Indiana Pacers. So while Allen remains one of the league's better options when it comes to rim protection, his limited offensive game and struggles against physical playoff opponents have cast doubt on his long-term fix next to Evan Mobley. So this is a very, very sad situation because you have to move either Darius Garland or Jarrett Allen to get out of the second apron. So, yeah, I mean, it's all about money at the end of the day. So the Cavs don't want to waste any of Donovan Mitchell's prime or Mobley's growth curve. So with both stars viewed as foundational, it's clear the organization is ready to explore broad changes to the roster and the way it looks like. So Garland and Allen, that duo may have helped give the Cleveland Cavaliers one of the best regular season performances post LeBron James. But if the Cleveland Cavaliers want to do more in the postseason, there's a high likelihood that either Darius Garland or Jarrett Allen is going to get moved. And this is going to shake the landscape of the East because with the Cleveland Cavaliers, the way they play, they have shown that in any given situation, especially in the regular season, they can be able to dominate. And even their dominance, I even put a lot of question, especially in the start of the regular season where they are a top seed. But they showed to me, even prior to the All-Star break, even when they end deep into the regular season, that they have the ability to go ahead and compete and even do something. But even when it came to them being the one seed, that is something that I didn't hold with high regard like that. But I felt wrong in terms of putting a chip on their shoulder because when they had a dominant first round sweep on the Miami Heat, I felt like this team has what it takes to even take a team to 5-6 games in their favor. But the way they got brutalized by the Indiana Pacers and their injury riddled stars, that's one thing that has really ruined everything because this one series can change the whole outlook of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Every single year, you could see they have been improving. Kenny Atkinson is the head coach, and looking at how Kenny Atkinson has been coaching that team, you could see that he knew how to utilize this young core around Donovan Mitchell. But the injury bug just crept in, and even looking at the inside sources, it will be a very, very hard decision to move either Jarrett Allen or Darius Garland. I know for financially, when it comes to the clearing the cap space, it makes financial sense. But when it comes to contention, it can move the Cleveland Cavaliers up onto a different direction, and they can even blow it up. And it might look like a mini rebuild, but it looks like a retool. But it might look like a rebuild because if you get rid of those two guys or even one of those guys, and you don't get something of value in return, and they end up choking away in the postseason next year, it's going to look like a flop. So the Cleveland Cavaliers front office have a very, very tough situation at hand, and hopefully they can be able to find a trade partner. If not, my best bet is just try to run it back with all these guys being healthy because getting rid of these stars can be very, very difficult because you can't be able to find somebody who can play that exact position the way it was. And rebuilding that chemistry all over again the whole season, trying to fit in the new guy in there, it's very problematic at some point. So it is what it is. So do drop me your comments down in the comment section down below what you think about this. I mean, are the Cleveland Cavaliers right in doing a shakeup on their roster? Should they trade Jarrett Allen or Darius Garland at this point? Because man, if they go ahead and make that decision, it can you can have two outcomes. So comment down below what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, get notified, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace out.